Now we're live. Yay! We're
Yeah.
back.
Yes.
Hey, Greg.
Hey,
How
John.
are you?
Oh, goodish.
Good. Me too.
Yeah,
I'm goodish too.
good
I'm actually
ish.
tired-ish too.
Oh, that brings you to the town of the tired ish.
Oh, what wouldn't? It's just life. Life in general. Just
All
been
right.
just been tired. It's not necessarily a bad thing, but just busy.
Okay.
Busy, and work has been starting an hour earlier now than it's supposed to
What? Why?
because they seem to think that because they didn't manage things right that now I have to help dig it out.
So you specifically.
As a worker, yeah, specifically.
Okay.
If you make the product, well, guess what? You're you're in it. You know.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's the whole thing where what's fair, what's not fair. It doesn't really exist in the world.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Not that I'm really complaining too much about it because it's a little more money, and it is only an hour a day.
Yeah, but those hours add up.
Oh, and when it's the difference between being at work at 7 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the morning, it's a big difference.
Yes, that's an hour I never want to see work at, like ever.
Okay, well, let me tell you about Saturday then.
Oh,
Saturday morning, I had to be at work at 5
why?
because those are the hours, 5 to 10.
Well, once they figure out how to get that extra 25th hour out of you each day.
As soon as they do that, I'll be off the hook.
Here at johnbrownsbosscompany.com.co,
That is where I work too.
we've finally done it. We've realized that we don't need our employees to work more hours. We just need them to work denser hours.
Denser. I like that. Denser hours. Your hours were a little light there, buddy. I don't know if you've noticed, but your density is really not good.
At the end of each week, you just step onto a scale with your time card to see how much it weighs.
Yeah, just the boss standing at the front of the aisle, just like clapping, like, "You're floating, buddy. Come on, let's keep it up. Come on, you're not nearly. You should be sinking by now. Look how long you've been here, and you're still fucking floating, kid."
Some boss is just thinking back to when he was watching like Beekman's World on television as a kid, and it's like, I remember watching Beekman's World, and they had a glass full of water, and if they stirred in some salt, they could get the salt to disappear. Now, by heating the salt, it could hold more salt before the salt fell out of solution.
It's about salt. It's something about salt. Something else about salt makes you float. I don't know. I just saw it on TV. But you
Yeah.
need
So,
to be.
so what'd you get out of that? And like, just put more into what you have.
It's just always about more salt and people floating in salt. That's what I know it's about.
But see, if we're working with like workplace physics, then you also have the people that are like the anti-hours.
Yes.
Because there's both matter and antimatter. So there's both work and anti-work.
There certainly is, Greg. You're absolutely right. You want to hear the best quote I ever heard? And it was actually fairly recently in a meeting.
Ooh, go for it.
This is the best quote I've ever heard. This actually happened, and it continues to happen. Okay? A boss was standing up in front of us talking, and he goes, "Listen, I know we hear the complaints all the time, and listen, we know that there are people that you work with that don't know what they're doing." That was a quote. That they know that there are people that are working on machines every day that they continue to pay, that they know they don't know what they're doing. They know it. Don't need to tell us. We know already. Don't worry about
it. So with that in mind,
sure.
Do they at least like footnote that with like, we know that there are some people here that may not know what they're doing each day, and some of you may be some of them. Like, do they at least?
No. No, they don't. And they also came up with this amazing theory that it's unproven, of course, it's alleged, but they have this theory that if you take out all the employees and replace them with brand new employees in an area, that you start making worse product than before, because those people don't really know what they're doing yet.
I mean, there is some truth to that.
Basically what they're saying is like, we just found out through some, we sat down and talked about it. Experience might matter a little bit when it comes to quality product.
Yeah, but see now what they've done is like they've almost feared themselves into like not replacing the bad people because like whoa. Remember what happened the last time we tried that guy?
Exactly. They're like, it's like, okay, so how do we fix this? Well, there's gonna be some changes, fellas. That's all I can say. That's their like number one quote. We're gonna see.
There's gonna be some changes. Yeah, that's my.
We're gonna see some changes.
The other one that I like a lot is like, everyone's had it pretty easy up until now. That one is another.
Yeah, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And you're all looking around like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I never any workplace ever had where somebody said that. I'm like, oh god. Here this is like the ultimate breakdown in leadership because we now have a manager that doesn't even know how to effectively threaten his employees.
Right. You don't even know how to be a boss.
Right. Not even saying that like threatening is never, in my opinion, not the best way to handle things.
Sure.
I mean, if somebody's really bad and you've come to them a few times, like you shouldn't emptily threaten people.
Right.
Like if I'm going to threaten you, you should feel threatened because something bad is about to fucking happen if you don't change.
Well, yeah, and you're Greg Lohman, so.
Right. But like when you have a boss that says, if things don't turn around, then just shake their head. You're like, what? Things don't turn around. What?
Yeah. Go ahead and finish it. Say it again.
Well, and that's when they go in. Then they'll move into the, it's not always going to be that easy. You're like, and
right.
Go
ahead, finish.
I don't think you know how good you've got it.
Right. No, exactly. And it's most of the time a group of people that have never done the job themselves.
Right.
And they really just don't know. And it's like, we're not even saying you should know. It's just don't say things like that if you don't know.
Right.
Don't be so stupid to go out and say, I know you guys have had it easy for a while. And you're like, and how would that be? Well, we're just going to keep that under our hats for now. It's like, that means you don't know.
Right.
You just don't know what you're talking about, stupid.
Well, what do you think we can improve on? I think we just got to work on the attitude around here. It's like, that's another fucking bullshit answer.
Yeah.
I think it's just the attitude.
God. I was in a private meeting at one point, and we had a human resources manager that goes, I want to bring up a topic. And there's like probably 10 of us in this meeting. And she's like, I want to bring up a topic and I'm not really sure, how this is going to go over, but I figured I would just do it. She goes, I keep hearing that morale is so bad and I just don't understand why, because wouldn't you guys just get another job if it was that bad? And it was like, you really just have no idea how disrespectful that whole sentence was.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, at a certain point, of course, why wouldn't you get another job? But it's like, none of us, we all have high school diplomas, which means we don't have an education. We can't just go be another human resources manager at some other company when you get kicked out.
Oh, but you can.
Yeah. She's like, I don't get that. What are you talking about?
Then you've always said that one joke in the bathroom is like, more Al. I fucking hate that guy. I want less Al.
Oh,
shit.
If I would have thought of that, I actually would have said that to just a fucking sea of silence, and I would have loved it.
And if you guys named Al, because that joke only works if one of you's names are Al.
Less Al. Oh.
And then one of them says, yo, I'm Al. And you're like, hallelujah.
Jesus Christ. If there's anybody, that's what next time I have a meeting like that, I have to have you on speakerphone so you can just like feed me lines because you're the pun king.
It was this came up today with somebody I was talking to. It's like, well, do your friends ever like throw these back at you? I'm like, the problem is I've got about like 8 layers of these to get through before I'm defeated.
True. And it's really hard to fire back a good pun when you're holding your stomach nauseous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you're not sick of them anymore.
Your puns are like candy, where it's like, okay, I'll have one. And then 8 later, you're like, okay, dude, I don't need another one for, like, I'm going to throw up. This is horrible. I don't need one for another year.
It's like one of those candies that your grandparents have kept in that bowl on their coffee table since they were married.
Yeah.
And it's the same goddamn candies.
Yeah. There's like a tinge of like tobacco.
My grandmother used to have some of those, and I caught on. It's like, those are not for eating; those are for looking.
Yes, exactly. It's like fake fruit,
or those little soaps shaped like seashells.
Right.
We're like, why did you use those soaps? And I'm like, because they're soap.
Because it's soap. Are you sure?
I don't understand.
Are you sure it's soap?
You're
like, no.
Step back. You're like, all right, next time I'll watch what I'm doing.
I'm sorry. So what's up with Greg Lohman? What's up with you? I haven't talked to you in a week.
I know it's been a whole week.
complete
I'm getting ready
embargo.
to land in the Boston next weekend.
Oh, holla, son.
It's gonna be great.
It is gonna be great.
Let out some of that East Coast charm. I've heard that you guys have nothing but snow, which I am really thrilled.
We have a lot of snow. Although it is supposed to warm up this whole week, so
only 8 or so feet.
Yeah. The snowbanks at least are. We have probably like in the lawn areas, probably a good 2.5 still. 2.
That's
it's horribly depressing.
State is horrible.
It's so bad. It's so Arctic.
It is.
Although the sun is staying up a little longer.
That's true. That's true. I actually
that.
noticed it this morning. I wasn't sure if somebody pulled a fast one on me and I just missed daylight savings again.
Right. No, it's just the world's coming back around.
That's good.
Yeah,
we're getting a little bit closer to the sun. There's more of it.
Thank God. I really can't wait for. I'll take even spring, but summer's gonna be fucking great.
I agree.
After this goddamn winter, this one was brutal.
Not here.
I know. I know. God damn it. You usually get it just as bad as we do.
I know.
At least with the cold.
It was usually with the cold, but this time it was not the case.
Yeah, I know, because it was like -20 here, and you're like, I don't know, it's 40 here.
Yeah, I'm like, I was outside grilling. I don't know what your problem is.
As my car is like seriously, you want me to fucking start? It's like, like my car sounded like a Model T, and it's in 2009. It was so upset. It was so upset.
There you go.
It was so upset.
Today I had one of those moments where I woke up and I felt fine, and I got to work and realized that for the entire day I just felt like shit.
Right? Like cold or.
So I felt a little bit weird last night before I went to bed. I'm just gonna sleep on the couch because it's more comfortable, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking be sick in bed with a dog barking at me.
Yeah, and you don't want to die like in bed with somebody either. Like it's like
no, it's a huge mess because it's not even like the worst part is you're not even upset that somebody died next to you. It's because like you just evacuate all of your stuff.
Right.
Like
not to get too romantic.
Yeah, not to get too romantic. Oh my God, you shit the bed. Oh my God, you're dead. Like that's
what a two-parter.
Yeah, that's what Rebecca's gonna say to me before I die. She's gonna notice that I shat the bed, and then I was KO'd. I was checked out.
And then you're blue.
Yeah, then I'm blue.
Why are you 70 degrees? Oh my God.
And then it'll just be one of those things where the dog will probably just like gnaw off my hand as it slumps down.
Just
can't quite get it because of the rigor mortis.
This is chewing.
That's how I go.
That's really a fitting death.
It really is.
Just a lonely fitting death, covered in shit, getting your fingers chewed off by a dog.
So, in order to avoid that, I was just trying to get a little bit more rest, trying to get to sleep a little bit early, which ended up meant I was watching House of Cards until 1:30 in the morning.
Oh, that works then.
Yeah, well, it was a new season that came out, and I'm almost done with it. So fuck you, House of Cards. I've almost won.
Plus, going to bed early on a Sunday, when the fuck does that ever work?
Never.
Seriously.
Never. And then we're supposed to have a company bowling event today. We're supposed to all go bowling. And
Right.
There are a few things that make me feel less good when I'm trying to recover than bowling and drinking together. So, yeah.
It sounded like you had an idea on the other end.
It did. Actually, I forgot to turn on my ringer.
It's all right.
So yeah, so I had to cancel out of that, but I wasn't going to cancel out of I Know I'm Wrong with John Brown and Friends.
Oh, hell no. I was like exhausted on the couch going, I don't know, man. But no, of course. We're going to crush this shit.
Yeah, actually, you know that the one day where you cancel out and I don't means like I've won.
Yeah, and I did think too. I'm like, well, he canceled once. I got one in the barrel. I could always cancel. I'm like, no. Of course not. I actually recorded a podcast yesterday with a guy I used to go to the gym with. He's listening now, Jeff Brum.
Hello, Jeff.
What up, bro? He's on the live chat right now.
Oh yeah, I got to get into that shit. Is he the only one there?
Nope.
Oh shit.
There was there's 3 now.
Fuck me.
And you're not one of them. What the fuck?
Well, I'm busy
typing.
I'm busy being on it.
It's true. Right. That's true. I can't really complain too much. But we recorded a podcast yesterday. I used to go to the gym and he used to work there. He worked with my brother. So he came over yesterday to do a podcast. Nobody asked more times to be on it than he did. So I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, come on over. And it was a really good podcast. I'm going to upload it midweek. So that way I have content.
I totally misheard that. As nobody asked to be hunted, but he did. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing now?
Oh, no. Nobody asked to be on it more than he did.
Okay.
I'm having coffee, so I'm a little jittery.
Yeah, no,
not really. I just mumbling ass.
Pina Phrase LaCroix seltzer water.
Really?
Which actually, I didn't prepare myself before the show today because I was irresponsibly playing video games a whole bunch.
That's really irresponsible of you.
It is. So my girlfriend comes in the room, she's holding this can of soda. I was like, point at it. I'm like, mine.
I actually have a video game update.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. No, it just came out Tuesday. What? Resident Evil Revelations 2.
So is Revelations the weird online one?
No.
Oh.
Revelations was the 3DS one for the Nintendo.
Yep, that sounds weird too.
It wasn't a terrible game. It wasn't a great game. It was made much more terrible because it was on the 3DS.
Right.
Like, how the fuck do you play that without breaking your own neck?
We can't.
Right. So I did play through it on the 3DS, and it was a decent game that I ended up hating just because it was on that platform. And then they announced not that long ago that it was the second one was coming out, and then it just came out Tuesday. So
that's sweet.
I bought it, of course. It's episodic.
Oh, that's not as sweet.
It's not as sweet. I don't like that so much. And I didn't really know what that meant because I'm not really up as much as I should be on things.
No, I can break that down to you and like just like a really quick rundown.
I would love that, Greg.
Yeah. So pretty much what happened is somebody was like, "Oh man, did you see how many episodes Breaking Bad sold on iTunes from people that didn't have A&E?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Let's do that to video games at $40 a shot."
Right. Exactly. I don't like that.
It's like your game comes out in seasons. It's like Lost.
Right. And it's bizarre.
Or The Bachelor.
All right. The Bachelor.
It's a show on television.
I do know that.
Okay.
It's a bunch of hooas that are trying to get after one guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because they get paid money if they sleep with him.
Right.
I'm pretty sure that's how that works.
I think it is, and it is now. I mean,
yeah, at least it is as far as my eyes are.
Well, you know what? If there's any opinions on that, and it's not that way, you can always
email us at john@thejohnbrownshow.com or greg@thejohnbrownshow.com for advice, you silly bitches.
Oh, computer Scott, how I've missed thee.
Yeah, baby.
He's getting so fast.
He's smooth. He's smooth and he's robust. That's really the good way to put it.
Yeah, he's a multifaceted ball of talent and bliss.
It's Monday up in this motherfucker.
That's right, buddy. That's right.
I like it.
He knows what he's doing. He knows what he knows. He knows what he knows. That's what he knows.
Yeah, which may not be the most, but at least he knows something.
Yeah, and I mean, he says it perfectly every time.
He does.
He just helps. He just helps. But anyway, I played. I for the first time sat down and played it last night. And I gotta say, it really held my attention. It's a good fucking game so far.
Really?
Yeah, and like for Resident Evil anything lately, like it's just been like you really so hit or miss, where it's like this is either gonna be dog shit or it's gonna be kind of cool. And it really was good. I played it for like 3 hours and I finished the first episode, and it's like coming up next, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? Coming up next.
It actually has like the coming up next thing?
Yeah.
Very Dragon Ball Z.
And they really like leave it on a cliffhanger where it's like, you fuck, I want to play the next one. I bought it. Just give it to me.
Next time on Resident Evil. Can right. Chris Redfield gather all the Dragon Balls?
No.
Jeff Rom says he didn't get any computer, Scott.
Yeah, what the fuck, Jeff?
I didn't get any either. I've been making passes at him for months.
Jesus Christ. It doesn't make any sense, Jeff. If you hear Greg, then you heard computer Scott.
That may not be true. Oh my God, maybe you're talking to yourself.
Is this a dream?
I don't know.
Hold on a second. Please hold, everybody. I have to do a test here.
Boom shakalaka.
He's going through. I know.
sure?
No. It made the little green lines when I played it.
Okay.
Hold on, watch this. It doesn't make any sense, Jeff. That's us playing. If you hear Greg, then you heard Computer Scott. It's coming up.
That may not be true. Oh my god, maybe you're talking to yourself.
This is trippy. Is this a dream? Oh my god.
I don't know.
We're looping Hold on back. A second. Please hold, everybody. I have to do a test here.
We're gonna start shot podcast and
there it was. It went up. It was good. Jeff.
We're gonna get like multiple layers. I started to almost want to get roped back into the conversation we just had.
I know.
Because I'm a goddamn moron.
Oh, did you not know what was going on?
No, I had a suspicion.
That's phenomenal.
And
yes, Alyssa, thank you. Oh, Jeff, I'm sorry. He meant yesterday when he was on the show. Oh, sorry, buddy.
Look at how the live chat just derailed us.
Well, you know what it really does? It's checking us to make sure we're better.
It is.
You know what I mean? Thank you, live guys.
It's fact checking ourselves.
Hold on a second. I'm going to give them to him in real time. We're on a delay. They're a minute behind. There you go. Big thank you.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. See that? It's phenomenal.
You know, 1 minute delay.
Yep.
Means that this weekend during the UFC fights, Ronda Rousey could have beaten Kat Zingano 4 times within the span of that delay.
Dude. I'm telling you right now, and I'm not a huge UFC fan. I think it's cool, but I don't follow it. She's like 10 to 15 years ahead of every other woman right now.
Oh,
yes.
Easily.
She's a fucking animal.
They need her to start fighting men.
Well, I think Joe Rogan came out and said that he believes that she would be at least competitive with 50% of the 135 class in men's.
Is that how much she weighs?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, a fucking monster.
She's just a beast, dude. Like Olympic caliber judo player. So, I mean, obviously she's a beast.
Right.
But there's just something special about basically the animal that her mother created. I don't know if you know her story.
Yeah, her mom was her coach.
Yeah. And she was an Olympic judo player also.
That's nuts.
And like I remember I was watching an interview with Ronda a while back, and one of the things that she knows about herself, just being in the game for so long, is that her first round is always her worst round. So basically, as she goes, she gets a little better, whether it's nerves or just getting warmed up, whatever. And her mother knew about that when she was a junior judo player. So what they would actually do, this is the fucking animals that these women are, these, you know, and I mean that in a good way, is that her mother would fight her backstage before they went out to fight. So that basically she got her first round out of the way.
So she went out already ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, that's fucking, imagine like fighting your father backstage. All right, son, put up your fucking dukes.
It's time you learned how school really works.
But yeah, that's the level of athlete you're talking about.
That's so fucked up. I just thought like this whole scenario involving that.
Of course you did.
They meant, yeah, like this 6-year-old kid goes to school, right?
Right.
His dad throws around and he's like, "You can't beat me. How can you beat the bullies?"
Exactly. So go in the basement and fight your father. Like your mother's yelling at you.
And then take out the laundry and take out the garbage and do the laundry afterwards.
Did you say throw out the laundry? Yay.
Well,
it's pretty rare that you fuck up.
Well, you know, it's not too far from something that happened in my real life once. So,
okay. Yeah. Can you tell me the story about that?
Before I moved out to Minneapolis, I realized I just had too many dishes. I didn't want to do them, so I just threw them out.
Oh, well, that's a pretty good story. I remember burning all your stuff.
Yeah, I threw out all my dishes and I burned all my stuff
at Brad's
house.
That was phenomenal. That was phenomenal. A big motherfucking fire.
Burniture.
That's right.
Take the B and make it an F.
It's true.
Do you
But,
have any furniture that you want to part with this weekend?
No.
So I'd love to burn it.
At some point, yes, probably.
Even furniture that you
Kind of don't want to part with. Do you have any furniture that's just really flammable?
Yeah. Anything, a lot of polyester.
Yeah, it'll make funny colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. But
yeah,
that's one of the things that's actually been like on my mind a lot lately is that, pretty soon we're going to be moving on with this house here. So like, moving is going to be a thing at some point anyway, probably this year. And I've been just thinking about it. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm even going to stay in the state.
Get out of there. It's time.
Yeah,
Go
I
to
think so.
Minneapolis.
Oh, you want me to move to you?
Huh?
You want me to move to you is what you're
Yeah.
saying. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like hell, I'm moving back to there. Fuck no.
Oh, I know that's not happening. Yes. You don't come back.
No, well, some people do.
That's true.
But if they do,
If there's a
I
choice, you
assume
don't.
because something went wrong.
Right. If there's a choice, you don't for the most part.
Yeah, there's not a lot of people that like move out of Keene, New Hampshire. Like, I really want to live in Keene again.
Right. Right. Yeah. I've been just thinking about it like where I just kind of lined it up where I'm going, what are the reasons to stay and what are the reasons to not stay? And really without making a list or anything, a physical list, it's like there's really not many reasons to stay.
Oh, yeah, reasons to stay. You're there.
Right. That's really it. I mean, I'm thinking about it, and like the really only reason to stay would be just for comfort,
Right.
like in the fact that I don't have to change anything because I'm here.
But even then, like look at even just like not out here, but as far as the direction your life has gone with the arm wrestling and everything like that, like you spend almost every other weekend driving 2.5, 3 hours to go train with a group of people.
Yeah, every weekend.
You could just move there.
Right. Exactly.
And because that's where you spend your free time regardless. Like your job is just a job. You get another one. You've got 15 years of experience with the same line of work. You can easily nail that down.
Right. And that's the kind of the good thing too. Like you just said, my job is my job. It's not a big deal. That's right now where I feel like the easiest part would be for me, which is
Right.
like, because I'm not a huge, like, I'm not really married. Like my job isn't my dream career. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, I spent all this time trying to land this. I don't want to part ways with it. Like, no, I could easily part ways with it. No big deal at all.
I remember you when you were younger and you were so like bright-eyed and like,
God,
yeah, I'm gonna get to floor supervisor and this could happen.
Oh
And
my God.
someday I could be like the shops manager. And then like a few years later, you're like, fuck that place.
I really need you to come to work with me at some point and explain to my bosses that sentence right there, which is like, no, he did tap dance. He tap danced harder than anybody. And yeah, because they're all like, why isn't he a team player? I don't get it.
Well, because the whole thing is like, it's not always going to be that easy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's going to be some changes.
It's going to be some rough changes coming down the pipes.
Yeah. But yeah, that's been a thought in my head lately, which is like, why really stick around?
It's I don't disagree with that thought.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm heavily biased because moving out of the area has worked fantastically for me. But I've seen a lot of my friends that are doing better in their lives. I think you're actually kind of you and your brother are like the rare exceptions of people that are doing quite well that stayed.
Mm-hmm.
I think that most of the people that stayed in the area didn't. I don't know if they were hanging out as well or doing as well, at least from my group of friends. Like it seemed more like they got trapped versus doing what they wanted to do.
Sure.
And you don't have any kids. You don't have a wife. You did all your closest thing you've had to a girlfriend in the past year has been the girl at the Longhorn Steakhouse.
Yeah, I could definitely leave her.
Yeah, I mean, she'll be gone.
I should email her like, want to move out of the state?
But even then, like that's not even like just.
We should start fresh.
That's not even so much as a dig on you. It's just like that's the climate of what it is out there. Like,
oh no, yeah,
you have to work and make compromises on even your romantic involvements just because the people that you would be looking for in your life, I don't think exist in great quantity in that area. You have 20,000 people ranging from 5-year-olds to 80-year-olds.
Yes. And then there's a large group of people that, when we have a pumpkin festival, we'll just go through and flip cars over.
Yeah, it was. We figured out 75 to 80% of them are assholes.
Yeah, we did that math a long time ago, people. And we also figured that, that girl that I went on that date with was a pretty high chance that she was one of them.
Yeah, math doesn't lie.
No, it was statistics, folks.
Man, we're so good with statistics.
We did that all on the fly, and we had the percentage and everything, and it was I think it was like 80%.
It was remarkably high.
Yeah, because
was
the whole argument was like Keene Staters alumni were pissed because people were bad mouthing Keene State for what happened. And they're like, it's not everybody. And we were like, listen, it's mostly everybody.
I think we figured out 4 in 5 students were responsible.
I think that was it. Ooh.
And then based off of how many people were present from Keene State, you had a 1 in 2 chance of, if you lived in Keene, you were shitty by proxy because of Keene State.
Right. Exactly.
They were very unfair, crushing statistics, but that's just the way that math works.
It's not our fault.
Not our fault.
We're just the guys who are adding stuff up.
In fact, it was their fault as a whole organization, because even if we were to look at ratifying the Constitution, it only takes 66% of the state's votes to make a change or amendment to the Constitution.
Right.
So if 80% of the college comes out and does something and says I'm an asshole, then yes,
that's way more.
based on the same realm that we use to make amendments to the laws that govern our country. Yes, they're fuckers.
Yeah, if 80% of anything else did anything horrible, we would say they're all shitty.
Yeah. ISIS.
Yeah, exactly. Don't bring up their name on this podcast. I don't want to promote them.
Oh no, because they're busy. Yeah, they're too busy dealing with Twitter right now.
Yes. ISIS. Oh Jesus Christ.
Yes.
There goes your extremist religious viewpoint, right?
God damn it! I've done it again.
You have done it again.
With my opinion of peace.
It's not too far. It's never too far away.
No, it's always. I've been trying to keep it wrapped up. Actually, I had to work really hard today. Adorable young lady that I work with. She had to go to the doctor's because she found out that she was allergic to her tea leaf ointment that she was rubbing on her hands as a moisturizer.
Yeah.
And I'm just like trying to hold it in because I just want to burst out laughing.
What is that, like a holistic type of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Like, yeah, you okay? You're okay, right?
Pray for me.
So
yes.
So yeah, she knew too that I was
you were biting your tongue.
Best.
Yeah, she probably appreciated that at least.
Yeah,
she's like, this sucks, but at least he's not rubbing it in my face.
Yep.
The ointment.
I did. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, I did at least be like, see, you need to be careful with natural remedies because they can still be dangerous even though they're natural.
Right. I mean, like, poison ivy.
Right.
It's natural. Again,
all things that if she listened to the show, she would have known this like weeks ago.
Seriously, she needs to fucking tune in.
Or not.
And get charmed with our niceness and cheerfulness.
I agree.
We've actually been quite cheerful today.
I think so. We've had a good stride going. I see we still have at least 3 people listening to us.
It's true.
So
it's true.
That's always a plus.
I'm what you would call popular.
Oh. You'll have to forgive me. I didn't know, but due to your popularity, I should have known.
Oh, I thought that cut out. Greg, did I lose you? Did I lose you,
No.
buddy? Nope.
I mean, I lost you, I think. Right?
Oh, yeah, you did. You definitely lost. I just stopped breathing. I'm just like, nothing coming back.
No.
But did I tell you I played another show at the Fitzwilliam Inn Wednesday?
So can we, if somebody's just tuning in for the first time, we should preface this by you giving a brief recant of what happened the last time.
I played 35 minutes to one person for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah. Oof.
And you didn't do too well with that, if I remember correctly.
Didn't feel good. It didn't feel good.
So you went back.
Yep. 3 people.
That is 3 times as many people as were there the last time.
That's what Alyssa LaPlante said too when she was on.
See, Alyssa,
Yeah.
great minds think alike.
Just positive, just positive. But I will say 300% better than one person. It doesn't feel good still.
It could have been worse. It could have just been a dog.
It could have been.
Could have been a cat.
Just licking his lips.
They're just coincidentally in there to pick something out of the trash. It could have been so much worse.
But yeah, I'm starting to think that, maybe it'll be a once a month thing, the Fitzwayman. Just because I don't know if I can take it.
Are they paying you for each time you go?
Oh God, no! It's an open mic.
Okay.
So like, if you go and play with let's just take the first time I go to play to one person. I can just stay at home and play for a half hour on my couch.
Sure.
It's a half-hour drive each way. Nothing. No offense to the people who run that room or anything. It's a nice room, but it's just like, come on.
You know what you could do?
No.
So if you're gonna keep getting these like 1 to 3 people turnouts at Fitzwilliam Inn, and this seems to be like the random range of people that you can hit, if you just stopped at some random person's house and walked right in and started playing,
right,
you could get the same crowd.
It's a good chance there'll be 4 people in there,
and they may even, when they're done being scared that you just charged into their house to play guitar, they might even appreciate it.
Right. Yeah, just kick the door and be like, shut up, and just start playing.
You want to hear some music?
Well, you don't have a choice.
It's a guy with like 2 oxygen tanks because of his like quadruple bypass surgery from being surprised.
He's like, he's like panicking. Like, don't worry,
In
dude.
other news,
I'll calm you down.
Jason Robertson was found dead of being terminally surprised when a musician kicked down his door.
He killed him with suspense. But yeah, I think that Fitzwilliam is gonna be a once a month thing, just because my sensitive and gentle heart can't take it. I don't know if I can take that over and over again.
So don't take it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna.
Yeah, no, it's if I would put more. I would probably put more energy into trying to do. You're still doing one at the Fritz on Main Street, right?
Sure, I can pretty much do any week I want. Yeah.
Yeah, just put more energy into promoting those shows because people are closer and will actually go to them.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. I felt bad for the guy who runs the room. Not that it's, I don't think he really feels particularly bad about it, just because it takes time to build. But I walked in and he's like, I put your picture up on Facebook. I hope you don't mind. And I'm like, no, I don't care. And he goes, you got a lot of likes. You got a lot of fans. I'm like, okay. And he goes, who's coming out tonight? I'm like, oh, I'm sure nobody. And he's like, what? And I'm like, well, it's a lot easier to hit a like button on Facebook. Sure. And a lot of those people probably don't even live around the area.
There's people like, oh man, here it is. Here is my support.
Well, yeah, it'd be like if you liked it or something like that. It's nice, but you're not going to come. You're in Minnesota.
No, and I'll be honest with John. I probably wouldn't even like it because I don't even look at that Facebook shit.
Yeah, I know.
Sometimes I do.
You're such a private guy.
No,
you're mysterious, really.
It adds to the air of elusiveness,
the mystique of Greg Lohman.
It's true. It's true.
It's true.
I like to say you can read me like an open book, yet I've mischievously glued all the pages together.
Yeah, glued them. Yeah, glued them.
Yeah. What else am I gonna do? I lacquered the book shut.
There you go. Somehow, some way.
I took this book of my openness and I had it chrome dipped.
Nobody's ever. He just burned it while it was chroming it. He's like, yeah, just in case someone cracks open the chrome.
A molten ball of chrome.
So, what video games did you delve into?
I've been poop socking Final Fantasy 14 pretty bad.
That sounds
still
horrible.
What?
That sounds horrible.
You've heard this phrase, I'm sure.
No.
Poop socking?
There's so many things I haven't heard of, Greg. I'm sorry.
All right, so there's like 2 levels of extreme. One of them is when you're playing a game you can't tear yourself away. You get the Gatorade bottle.
Okay. All right, I get that.
So you get the Gatorade bottle. So what happens when number 2 comes up? That's what the poop sock is for.
Nothing. I did not think it was going there.
That's where it goes.
No.
So when you're just not moving out of your desk because you're working on stuff, you are poop socking it, sir.
That's horrible.
but you'll use it in your day-to-day life now.
Well, yeah, and I can't not know it.
No, you can't not.
I asked for this.
You can't unthink that word.
Mm-mm.
So like when you're sitting there just like grinding through Metal Gear and it's been 7 hours, like man, I really poop socked the shit out of that.
I guess I'm what? Yeah, the roommates just come up. I have one sock on. They're like, so what? Nothing.
The dog is just staring at the other one, growling.
Yeah, just looking down. They're like, he's been awfully quiet. I'm like, yeah, well, you know.
For the record, out of the chat, Jesse is insinuating that Chrome dipping in glue isn't one of the pages of my life book are stuck. Thanks, but
yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was insinuating.
Yeah, I'm really into myself.
I know.
That's what. If you want to know how to get stuck, that's how.
I know, Greg. I know you're into yourself.
Thank you.
You love you. If I know anything about Greg, it's he loves Greg.
Well, you know, can't mess with greatness. Now see, now I've just gone off the deep end. Let's get back to let's get back to turds and socks.
Yes. So you were playing. Was it Final Fantasy 14?
Yep, Final Fantasy 14.
All right.
I've been on this horrific adventure to make my weapon glow slightly brighter.
Okay.
And I've had to kill the same monster like 400 fucking times this weekend, over and over and over again.
Now that seems to be like an MMO game. Like that seems to be the whole thing.
Well, the thing is, like, I could have, like, I'm way behind on the curve getting this shit done.
Okay.
So I actually probably could have had this done 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
But I'm trying to play catch up, and as I'm going through this, like, this is something that's intended to take you several weeks to do, and I've done probably most of it in 2 days.
Right.
So, yep, Alyssa is pointing out I love myself a lot. I do. Thanks, Alyssa.
He does. There's one thing that Greg is not lacking, and that's self-esteem.
No.
It's never been a problem for Greg.
No. I have enough to go around for everyone.
He really does. And the thing is, he has a lot more humility today than he did even 10 years ago.
Yeah, this is the Bud Light.
Yeah, this is Greg Light. This is Diet Greg.
But no, so I've been doing the same shit all weekend, and I'm almost done. I've got maybe 2.5 more hours to push through it.
Mm-hmm.
But I've had trouble finding other people to do it with me. So now I can potentially log on and stand around and do nothing.
Oh.
Yep. So I just pull up my iPad and look at pictures of cats.
Well, yeah. And what's that? ASMR,
Yeah.
right? Videos.
Yeah. So there's been they've had this new trend with those where people are trying to this Japanese massage thing. And all I hear is squishing. And I'm like,
That does sound awful.
well, I think it's actually started to give me nightmares too.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Are you stuck in fluffernutters?
So, no. So I've had these dreams where I was laying in bed and I was hearing whispering, and then somebody would run up to me and scream in my face that wasn't even there. I don't even know if it's dreams or hallucinations.
Oh man. Yeah. Have you ever had that where you wake up and I don't know if you're right. It's like a half dream, half hallucination. And you wake up and I know there's someone there.
Yeah.
And then you kind of get your wits about you and there's oh no, there's nobody there, but I know there was.
Or what's the one that I always have that's the worst is I wake up and I dream in my room and everything sounds normal, but it's just an audio dream where I hear the door open and then something come down the hall and then start to open the door to the room that I'm in. And that's usually when I snap awake terrified and petrified in fear.
Ugh. There's really nothing better than a good nightmare. Once you figure it out, okay, oh, that wasn't real, thank God. But when you're in the middle of it, or when you're halfway in and out, that is some scary shit.
Yeah.
The fucking best at the end of it, though.
Yeah. It can be, or it can't be too.
You don't deal well with them?
Well, so if I become overtired, I suffer from sleep paralysis.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Have you heard of that before?
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Yeah. So if I become overtired, I actually suffer from that. So what pretty much happens then is you're half in REM sleep and half awake.
which
So,
is
like,
frightening as shit.
yeah, the two things like blend into each other, and usually this doesn't happen in a pleasant situation. Like I've never like been paralyzed in bed while I was being like fed ice cream by models. Like it's never it never goes down that way. It's always like there's like a fucking wolf like crawling around in my room,
Right.
or some shadowy thing looking at me from the corner and I can't quite see what it is, but I know it's there and it starts like clawing at my chest. Like,
And it's as real as can be, but you can't do anything about it.
yeah, I've never had the good fortune of being paralyzed on a beach.
Right. Exactly. Right. It's never pleasant. Right. Why wouldn't it be like a pleasant dream? Like where you're eating ice cream. You're like, yeah.
We're getting some more feedback too from Melissa and Jesse. Apparently, everything that Melissa hears at night is obviously a serial killer.
Right. Well, that's,
And-
fair.
And it looks like Jesse also is stating that he suffers from sleep paralysis as well. So, kind of curious. We'll keep an eye on the chat. If you can like circle back, Jesse, and let us know what it is that happens to you, because I have heard, yet I can't confirm because I'm only one person, that people tend to get the similar experience from it. Like pretty much everyone is like demons or dogs or something. Like it's very consistent with what people see with it, which is also why it's kind of freaky.
Yeah. No shit. Have you
Yeah.
ever had like a dream like where you like you didn't experience it, but you did something really shitty, like illegal, and like the cops are like on your trail now?
Yes.
Ugh. And then like you hear the knock and you're like, it's
Yep.
over. It's fucking over. I'm going to prison forever now. I'm not sure what I did, but I know it was highly illegal and I'm going to jail forever. And then you wake up and you're just like,
What was the worst illegal thing that you can remember doing in one of your dreams?
oh, I don't even remember. It's never like something where I know what I did. It's always I'm sitting there and I'm just like, I know I'm a criminal. I'm a horrible criminal. There's never like a specific thing.
All right. Fair enough.
How about you?
Smothered somebody with a pillow.
Okay. You're not staying here, right? When you come.
In my dream, I was on the run from the cops for like 5 years.
Oh,
I guess,
really? Oh, that's way more specific than mine.
No. And in my dream, like my conscience got the better of me.
Really?
Yeah, and I turned myself in. Then I woke up before I was sentenced.
How'd that feel? Like when you finally realized it was just a dream? Like the
I
biggest.
just kind of snapped up. I was like, "The fuck."
You're like, I gave in. The fuck.
Mm. No, so Jesse just referred back. He feels like he can't breathe and his limbs won't move. That's exactly the same thing. So what it is that when you're asleep, your breathing rate declines pretty significantly.
Right.
And it's different from what you're used to when you're awake. And the reason that your limbs don't move is because when you are asleep, in order to prevent you from acting out your dreams and flailing, your brain puts your body into a protective paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
So what you're experiencing is that your eyes are open and you're consciously are awake. However, your brain hasn't kicked out of REM sleep yet. So you're cognizant of your surroundings. You're aware of the fact that you're not breathing enough, and it feels like you're going to pass out at any given moment and your limbs won't move. But yeah, no, that's exactly the same thing. Depending on how far into your dream state, where you'll also get hallucinations bleeding into it.
How do they have? Is there like anything that they know why this happens to some people?
Usually exhaustion.
All right, so your brain's just going haywire.
Pretty much.
Really? Okay.
Pretty much. Well, it's also paired with another thing where, like, when I decide to go to bed, I am almost immediately asleep.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You're just like gone.
Yeah, I'm like gone. Like I can doze off. I swear I can doze off for like 15 or 20 minutes and have like a micro dream in that time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I've been asleep for 13 minutes or something like that, and I've had like a 20-minute dream of like just playing with a yo-yo. You know what I mean? Just a fucking idiot dream.
Yeah.
I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me?
And then you ever have one of those where like you wake up and you realize you can't do any yo-yo tricks?
Yeah.
Like one of the most cruel and horrific like dream experience I ever had was I was just like grinding through Rubik's Cube like there's no fucking tomorrow.
Right. Yeah, you just have dreams. You have like these skills that you just never have.
On my desk, I have like the most beat up, like disgusting Rubik's Cube ever. I've been trying to solve it for 3 fucking years.
Right. Yeah, I had this dream once. I was like a motocross racer, and I was just doing all these crazy jumps. And like I never even like people were like, "How are you doing this?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've never really done this before. I don't know. I'm just doing it." Like I was really dismissive of the whole thing.
I'm just a natural.
And people hated me. Like there was people that loved me, and there were people that just absolutely hated me. I was basically the Kanye of motocross jumping.
Ooh, Kanye.
And then I woke up and I'm just like, oh, fuck. What the fuck was that about?
And if I ever had kids, I wouldn't even tell them about Santa Claus or Jesus. I just tell them about how good Kanye West was at everything.
Well, yeah. It's be fucking what, Yeezus? Is that his name?
Yeah, Jesus.
I love Kanye. I don't care. I don't care who knows it.
For them, I'm back. My favorite rapper is me.
Yeah, right. Exactly. He's just so fucking. He's the Chris Jericho of the rap world.
Alyssa's asking if any of us have ever sleepwalked.
No, not that I know of.
Do you just like sleep normally? Like
Yes.
You just cuddle up in bed with your gigantic John Brown stuffed animal and just pass out and into.
Yeah, I have a stuffed animal of me. That's what I do.
Damn. So actually, I want that now.
Just a growing beard
for non-creepy
like
reasons.
Yeah, okay. You can't put that on the end. There's always going to be.
I want a John Brown stuffed animal for the same reason that the pages of my life book are stuck together.
Oh.
Alyssa, yes, I've.
Back to the question at hand.
Yeah, back to the question at hand. I can apparently sleepwalk myself out of my house.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Did you ever pull a Tiger Woods and get in the car and crash into a tree?
No, I never pulled a Tiger Woods where I got out of bed, walked down the stairs, and had sex with 100 different women.
Hey, it was like 13, okay?
Sorry.
It was 13 confirmed.
In one night.
Which for Tiger Woods is like nothing.
He's just like shrugs like, I'm still under par.
It's Tiger Woods. Like let's say he did have 100. That's less than 2 a state for Tiger.
How many women do you feel that was, Tiger? Bogey? Double bogey? I don't know.
He's like, it wasn't an eagle. I know that.
But if you want to see a bald eagle,
oh, Greg, you're taking the stick and you're just pushing forward straight into the ground,
just like Tiger Woods did. Man, that joke is like 7 years old.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe that like all that shit happened that long ago.
I know.
What the fuck is going on with time and how we're getting older and it's moving faster?
Well, we just need to condense it.
Right.
Just need a denser life.
We do need denser life. Back to the boss theory. We need to dense up these hours. We're floating here.
It's you know what'll help you dense up the hours a little bit. You've heard of Utah's marijuana eradication force?
Yeah.
Did you see that they released warnings of what will happen to the rabbits in Utah if they pass more laws for edible medical marijuana?
No.
This is from the Washington Post.
Marijuana.
Utah is considering a bill that will allow patients with certain debilitating conditions to be treated with edible forms of marijuana. If the bill passes, the state's wildlife may, quote unquote, cultivate a taste for the plant, lose their fear of humans, and this is verbatim, basically be high all the time.
That's a very scientific term, you know, basically be high all the time.
The quote that follows this paragraph is ideal in facts, ideal in science.
I'm reading it right now.
Special Agent Matt Fairbanks.
Yep. Oh my God. It's phenomenal.
So they've run out of legitimate, sensible reasons to start slamming marijuana. And they're like, come on, guys. Do you want a bunch of high rabbits everywhere?
Yeah, who wants that? Who wants stone rabbits? Seriously.
Well, we have a lot of rabbits here in Minneapolis. And if they were stoned out of their minds, I think it'd be funny as shit.
Yeah. I remember when I went to Eau Claire, Wisconsin in 2013, I think it was. And I didn't know that there were like the rabbit population's huge up there. It's like squirrels here.
Yeah.
Where you just
there's tons of them.
Yeah, you just see rabbits. And I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know about this.
Yeah, they're more common, I think. Like,
yeah, way more.
They're not uncommon at all. Like there's rabbits fucking everywhere.
No, and I had no idea.
So, well, I'm trying to look at this as if I'm going to try and apply some science to this.
All right.
You have some rabbits.
Rabbits.
The rabbits get high.
High.
Rabbits get hungry.
Yeah.
We're in the breadbasket of the United States. So I think what they're trying to push for is that worldwide famine will be caused by rabbits getting stoned and eating everything out of the gardens of the country.
Wow. Just high rabbits.
Just everywhere.
Just all fucked up.
Just fucking staring at billboards on the side of the street for no reason.
With gigantic pupils. Just all fucked up. Just nothing but eating and sleeping.
Just imagine like 100 rabbits just like circled around like a traffic light waiting for it to change.
It's so trippy, man. The fuck?
So dangerous.
This article says there was a time not too long ago when drug warriors terrified a nation with images of the devil's weed in Reefer Madness. Remember Reefer Madness?
I do.
Did you ever see that? It's hilarious.
I do. It's there's another one here too that I thought was also interesting as well. And apparently millennials are posting abysmal tech skills tests.
What?
Yeah, so like the younger generation, in spite of being married to smartphones, iPads, and MacBooks on Facebook, is scoring incredibly low on scores on tests involving math, technological problem solving, and literacy.
Huh. No shit.
And it goes on further to say that this could even be an understatement, and it could be worse than horribly.
Isn't that weird? Like how, like I've noticed myself, I'm not the best speller in the world, but I'm certainly serviceable. That, there's people coming out with educations, with college educations, who can't like do the basics in spelling.
Do you want the statistics?
Sure.
Out of the countries that were included, we scored higher than 3 countries in literacy. We ranked last, and in technical problem solving, we were second from the bottom.
Wow. That's
so.
Who was the bottom?
Let's see. So for literacy, we'll just go over some of the countries that beat us.
All right.
We got Canada.
Yeah.
Way up there. We got Estonia, Flanders and Belgium, South Korea, Netherlands, Finland, Japan was number 1. We beat England and Ireland, Spain, and Italy. Italy was last for literacy.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn Italians.
Let's see. For technical problem solving. Oh, no, that's the test. I want to look at that. I don't want the answers. Oh, here we go. For math, we got beat by fucking everyone.
That's not good. And we did math on this podcast like a motherfucker, so we don't fall in that category.
I'm trying to find out where Estonia is. Huh. All right, it's near Finland.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have guessed that.
Well, I feel a little bit better. Like I thought this was going to include like Zimbabwe or
right. Antarctica came in last.
Yeah, if we got smashed by a bunch of penguins on a technology use test, I'm gonna hang my head in shame.
Penguins are better at math than we are.
I bet they are.
They probably are.
And they're emperor penguins. They're the king of the penguins.
And they have fucking little tuxedos on.
They do have little tuxedos.
They're adorable. Little penguins.
They're also suicidal.
Are they really?
Yeah, they will occasionally turn towards the mountains and inland within Antarctica and just start walking until they die.
Like lemmings?
No one knows why.
Like you just lemmings, you just go walk forward until they all fall off into the pit.
No, like they'll walk towards the mountains where there's no food or water.
Oh, so they just like walk into the distance like it's over.
Pretty much.
We're just gonna keep walking until you can't see us anymore.
One day one of them turns around and says, I'm gonna climb that mountain.
He just kind of waddles up towards it with their limbs that don't really work that well at all.
Well, I mean, it takes them a while to get there because I mean, Antarctica is its own continent.
It's large.
It's hundreds of miles across.
It certainly is. It certainly is.
It's important that we not glaze over that.
I'd probably kill myself if I lived there too.
I think I'd like living there if the internet was better.
It would have to be a lot better.
Nothing. Pretty much all you could eat would be fish and penguins.
Yeah. And it'd be really fucking cold.
It would be really cold
all the time.
Yeah, actually, now that I think about it, the place sucks.
Yeah, it'd be cool to go there, like just to see it, and then go right home.
Yeah, or let's fly over, and below you is Antarctica. Neat.
Neato. Let's get out of here.
Yes, if you're flying to Europe, though, a lot of times they'll actually fly you over the North Pole as opposed to across the ocean.
Yeah, isn't it like a shorter distance technically because of the like curvature of the Earth?
Correct.
Ooh, look at that.
Yes, and it's to be fair, it's not technically shorter. It is.
Right. Same
Sorry.
thing. Same thing. I was pretty good for just like pulling that factoid out of my ass.
It was pretty good.
But I actually have something to bring up from your past, Greg.
Oh god.
It's not a bad thing, I don't think.
Nice.
The episode I created, the episode I recorded yesterday with Jeff Brum, we talked about the WWF Attitude Era. And yes, and I had forgotten that you actually drove down to WWF headquarters.
I did.
And applied for a job.
I did.
We never talked about that.
No.
I forgot all about it. We were talking about it and we were just like loving wrestling. And we looked up a couple bloopers and like just watched them on the podcast. And like, and it hit me. I'm like, oh wait, we used to watch it all the time.
Oh yeah.
Just because it was hilarious. And we were really into it. And then I remembered, oh shit. Greg actually tried to work for them.
Yeah, the naive Greg Lohman.
Yeah, you're talking about me having stars in my eyes.
Yeah, no, I actually thought that you could drive down to Stamford, Connecticut,
Yeah.
and walk into the headquarters and ask for a resume or ask for a job application and fill it out. I thought that's how it works.
It's how the world works, right? You just
Yeah,
walk in.
So I was like, well, I can apply everywhere else. Let me apply down here.
Yeah, you're gonna apply to WWF like it's Dunkin' Donuts.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So
Job, please.
your brother and I took the days off of work. He was in school. I think he took the day off of school. I took the day off from work. We drove down in 6 hours in bumper to bumper traffic. And there was like a gigantic black monolith in the distance, the beautiful Stamford, Connecticut WWE headquarters.
Mm-hmm.
Walk up to the door, go to open it up, and the fucking thing is locked.
They're like, we heard this kid was coming down.
Well, it's like 12 or 1 in the afternoon at this point. I'm wondering how the fuck can this be closed? They've got wrestling to make happen. Like they should be wrestling tonight. So what is this? So I pushed the call box and I was like, hello. And the woman answers it. And she's very rough.
She's like, hello.
Can I help you? I'm like, yeah. I'm here to see Vince McMahon. I'd like to apply to be a wrestler. And she's like, do you have an appointment? I'm like, no, I was actually just hoping to talk to somebody. And nobody gets in without an appointment.
This week you killed today.
Yeah. I'm like, well, can you recommend some training schools? And just kind of laughed and like stopped responding on the intercom. So your brother and I looked at each other, and now we're left with a conundrum because we drove all this way,
Right.
and we didn't even think that we wouldn't get through the goddamn door.
This wasn't even a possibility in your brain.
This wasn't even a remote possibility. Like we were like, we're gonna go in there, we're gonna show them the moves we've been practicing on our unwilling friends for 4 months.
Yes.
We had already come up with theme music. We had a personas. We were gonna sign up. We were gonna quote unquote sign up to be heels.
This makes me so happy because I wasn't involved with the story too.
Yeah, we were gonna sign up to be heels if we
Yeah.
wanted to be bad guys.
Right. And Ty's in high school.
Ty's in high school. 19 years old, though I may be 115 pounds.
Yes. Yeah.
The
We like to be bad guys, please.
the most extreme thing I'd ever done in my life was like smoking cigarettes, one in each nostril.
Yeah, you know how many Doritos I've eaten in one night?
It's extreme.
Fucking crazy, man.
And yeah, so there we were. Our dream just ended right like that.
Some horrible woman on the intercom crushed you guys.
Yep. So we did the next reasonable thing. So as we were driving home, I bought a GameCube to borrow a game from one of my friends. And then we played Smash Brothers for the rest of the goddamn summer.
Yes, we did. We all did.
We all did.
So how'd it go? I don't want to talk about it. That was like for like 3 weeks.
Yep.
Don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, no, it wasn't until many, many, many years later where Ty and I started letting people know what actually went down that day.
Right. Because I remember that the we want to be wrestlers thing, that wasn't it. Like you went down there and you're like, yeah, we're just gonna like see if we can get like writing jobs or something.
Yeah.
We're just gonna work for Vince.
No, we wanted to be wrestlers.
Right. So phenomenal.
So,
Oh, our youth.
yeah. But but the thing is, like, now it is like what is it, 10 years later at this point?
Oh,
More.
Longer than that.
It's like, oh my gosh, like 13 years ago I tried that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost 15 years ago. Yeah.
But now it's also like I can at least say, at least I fucking tried. Like,
Oh yeah, and I mean it's a hilarious story.
To the extent of like the best that I thought I could. Small town New Hampshire, 2,000 people, where I think I could just hand in a job application anywhere and they'll let me in.
Like I said, Dunkin' Donuts.
Yep.
Hi, I'd like a job, please. They're like, oh yeah, just come this way. There's the ring.
Sir, have you ever seen a donut before? Yeah, great.
Hired.
Please try to steal the minimal amount.
Right, exactly. Yeah, right, exactly. That story makes me laugh. I totally had forgotten you did that, and we were just talking about wrestling, and I'm like, oh my god, I know someone who has a great wrestling story.
Yep.
I'll have to get Ty on here again, and well, if he'll ever come on and tell his story too.
It was earlier in that year or the year afterwards where I actually accidentally got put on my what eventually become like my office work / the long road that would lead me to working in IT was actually started because of wrestling too.
Really?
Yeah. So I used to work for a tire company that was like a tire wholesaler in New Hampshire.
True that.
In their warehouse as like just on the docks, like loading and unloading trucks, which was like grueling manual labor.
Mm.
And one lunch break, I told our friend Kenny, who was at least 1+ person on me, that I could handle him in backyard wrestling, and he actually tore the rotator cuff in my shoulder.
Of course.
I think you might have remembered that because I was in a sling for a long time.
I do remember that.
I had use of one arm.
Because I used it for a while there. I was giving you a ride into work before I went to high school.
Yeah. Yeah, and I had one arm out. This might have been I don't know if this was around the same time or not.
This was like 2003.
It would have been before that. It would have been the same year I went down to try and apply for wrestling. Because I was still living with Kenny when that happened. I wasn't living with my
okay. All right. Time. So that was 2002, yeah.
But yeah, he actually permanently damaged my shoulder, and as a result of that, I couldn't throw tires in the warehouse anymore. So
right,
so they just had me start working in like sales and with their little IT room.
And you're like, this is so much better.
Oh, this is so easy. And whenever like we need you to lift something, I'm like, I'd rather die.
Like I'm not capable.
Yeah, I can't do it. Cannot do it.
I backyard wrestled with somebody once, so it's a long story.
Yeah. Yep, pretty much. That's how that shit went down. And yeah, that was my life.
That was it. That was Greg's wrestling career.
Mm-hmm.
He got hurt once.
I was gonna be Hard Candy. God damn it!
Oh my god,
that was their names. Your brother was White Chocolate, and I was Hard Candy.
Yeah, my brother's nickname's always been White Chocolate somehow, some way. But Hard Candy, I forgot about that. Oh my god. That's embarrassing. That's so great. White chocolate and hard candy. Can you imagine the two heels of the WWF?
That was our whole plan.
Hard candy and white chocolate. Just two skinny guys. We just like dark rings under their eyes from smoking and staying up too late playing video games. It's like these guys are literally going to get killed.
Yeah,
and Vince would be like, "Get in there, or you're fine.
You get in there and you fight the Rock," and be like, "Yeah."
You would have too. Like, fuck it, yeah. Fight the Rock.
I'm gonna punch the Rock in the nose. Yeah, fuck yeah.
See what happens. It's all fake, right?
Oh shit! The Rock punched me back.
All right. Well, I think we're done.
All right.
We've been like digging for a while now.
Well, I think we made it.
We did.
We made it.
We did really good for how exhausted I am. To
I
be
agree.
totally honest.
So
All right.
fantastic.
All right. Next Monday. Oh, wait, no.
Next Sunday, we'll be live.
Greg will actually be in the studio.
I'll be in the studio.
Holy moly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. So excited.
I am excited as well.
All right. Well, I'll see you then there, Patna.
I'll see you too, Padna. See you in Boston.
All right, motherfucker, you.
See you later, you cocksucking son of a bitch.
Bye now.
Bye.